Shannon, what is your reaction to this?
Skip, you know, in this day and time where we are right now, we take this thing serious. This is not what does he mean by this or what does he mean by that?
Yeah.
You just go reach out to the young man and you says, okay, what's going on, John?
Yeah.
And hopefully this time around, Skip, he goes, he gets the counseling, he gets the help, the attention that he needs, and he stays. Skip, look, when you're a professional athlete, the most important thing is the sport that you play. We understand that because it's a lifelong dream. That's a fulfillment of a lifelong dream of all the hard work that you and a lot of other people invested and put in, and here you are. And so you're going to do whatever you can to get back to that what you love as soon as possible. But sometimes the best thing to do is to take time away from that to make sure you have a safe return to said sport.
Yeah.
I think John needs to take this time for himself. Think about what it is that he wants his NBA career to be and how he wants to be remembered.
Yeah.
Because right now, history is not looking at him favorable.
No.
It's looking like he wants to do other things other than play basketball. I don't think the NBA is going to allow you to be a part-time thug and a part-time NBA player. You get to choose one or the other. Hopefully he chooses the latter and he becomes a full-time basketball player. But I think I do think John needs some guidance, some counseling. I wish I would love to sit down and just have a conversation with him.
I got it.
And say, John, what do you want, bro? Do you understand how much God has given you? And my grandmother used to have a saying all the time. She said, boy, don't be ungrateful to God. And what she means by that, Skip, sometimes we get so much and we forget just the simple blessing of waking up. John, you've been blessed tenfold. Don't squander this.
Yeah.
You've been given a gift. Repay the Lord God by using the gift in a positive manner. He needs I think this was a cry out. I could be wrong. The Morant, the shoe, that should be the last thing on his mind. He put egg on a lot of people's face because Nike stuck by him the first time around.
Did.
They believe that this is a young man. We've all been young. We've all made mistakes. All mistakes are not the same. We got to start, we made mistakes, but every mistake is not the same. So he made a mistake, and he apologized for it, and they believed him. Powerade stuck by him. They believed him. And then not 2 months later, you find yourself in the very situation that you apologized for. Now you're like, well, damn. That's not the image we want to project. That's not what we want to be a part of. We don't want to attach ourselves to someone like this.
Yeah.
And so don't worry about the Nike contract. Don't worry about the Powerade. Get the help, the attention that you need, and then everything else will fall back into place and take care of itself.
All beautifully said. Shannon, when I first saw this early this morning, stopped me in my tracks.
Right.
Because to your point, we take this very seriously. Was this a cry for help? I don't know for sure, but it felt like
right.
In the context of what's happening, it certainly could be.
Normally people don't get on IG and say, bye, mom, bye, dad, love you, mom, love you, dad, and then show himself walking away.
And then delete it.
Yeah.
To your point, I wish you could sit with him. Lil Wayne reached out to me and said, is there any way you could connect me with Ja? Because I would like to sit with him. I'm sure there are many out there who would say the same thing. I tried to reach out to Ja, never heard back. Lil Wayne said, I speak from experience because I made a mistake and I wound up on Rikers Island in prison for a while. So he said, I wanted to talk to Ja about that.
Right.
Back to your points. After his incident, post-Nuggets game, shotgun Willie's in Denver, IG Live, the NBA concluded that he was intoxicated.
Right.
Then we get a statement from Ja, I need help and I'm going to get help.
Right.
And we just, both of us threw up our hands and said, great.
Yeah.
Go.
But the way he talked, the help that he needed was help changing a flat tire. Because, hell, he went in and the next thing you know, he was right out.
That's what I said. Then we heard about the facility in Florida.
Right.
And you finally concluded it must have been a drive-through.
It had to be.
A drive-through facility. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't. There is no such thing as a drive-through counseling. You can't just sort of drive through and say, hey, could you help me for a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, see you later.
You get married in the drive-through, but you can't get the help that you rightfully need.
So I grew up having a lot of experience with these counseling centers, these rehab stints. They want 3 weeks minimum. That they would like 6 weeks. Tiger stayed for a little over 6 weeks in his stint in Mississippi at that facility way back when he had his issue. Not an alcohol issue, a different issue,
Right.
but we all know.
Right.
42 days he stayed. To your point, all of a sudden, a week passed and Ja was going up to see the commissioner.
Yeah.
And then a couple more days passed and he missed only 8 total games.
Right.
What? And clearly he got no help. And it feels unaddressed to me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it hurt him to his soul that Nike looked like it turned on him. They didn't pull the shoe. It's the hungry version of the Ja 1.
Right.
It's the new one, but they're not going to promote it anymore.
Right.
They took it down.
I don't think you can buy it either.
Well, I think it's on some of the
Somebody they already got it. Yeah, you already got it.
Yes, right. And I found this very significant. I don't know if you would, but my dear old friend Michael Wilbon on ESPN.
Right.
Listen, he is highly respected. And
is.
I got the highest regard for Michael Wilbon. And he just flat out said he will not let his son wear that Ja 1 shoe anymore. Right. That has impacted me. And I get it. But I'm going to say it one more time. There's good in this kid. There's good.
Right.
He turned his game around and won most improved player. You could also then say, can you turn your life back around? Right. Sure you could.
Yeah. Of course.
You got to
But you got to want to. Because at the end of the day, what did I say? The best apology is change behavior. How do you say you've changed when you exhibit the same behavior that you said you was changing from? See, had Ja never had this, Skip, we can look back and say, but hey, you remember when? Man, he turned his life around. But how do we say he turned his life around and he's right back in the position 2 months later? I see better than I hear. And I told you, Skip, I said, Skip, I see, my grandfather used to say, boy,
Yep.
I see better than I hear. I heard everything that he said. I say, now I'm going to see if his actions match what he said. And I'll be damned if he did. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, Skip, because it happens. We all make mistakes. We've all done things that even though the mistakes might vary, I apologize for this, I apologize. But if I go back and do it again, Skip, 2 months later or a week later, how sorry was I initially? Or was it just PR to try to get some of this heat up off me?
Okay.
Was that what the facility was about? Hopefully now you take the time that you need and go sit down. Okay. You got 6 weeks. You got 8 weeks. You can't be around. He's suspended from all team activity. Ain't no team doing anything right now. So what the hell you suspended him for?
Yeah. Shannon. He said he needed help. And then we heard about the Florida facility. And then a couple of days later, I'm sitting here telling you, I think we just got bamboozled.
Yeah.
I think we just got spun.
Right.
And it worked because he was cleared to play. And I think everybody's, once you play the I'm going to counseling card, then everybody backs off.
Yes.
There's no more criticism.
Right,
it's like, way to go, kid.
Because you don't want to feel, whatever it is, mental addiction,
Yes.
you don't want to feel like you piling on to the kid.
No.
But let me tell you the person that feels that they've been bamboozled the most, Adam Silver.
Yeah.
Because Adam Silver said he came to my office and he sat down with his team right across from me and told me that he had learned his lesson and he was going to change.
And the other night when he spoke on TV,
He seemed sincerely hurt. Because the man, you done came and you lied to my face.
He did.
At least you should have just kept it to yourself. Don't lie to my face. Lie to the man's face. So now, what do you want me to do? I got to punish you to the upteenth. Whatever the CBA will allow me to do, that's what you're going to get, Ja. If it says I can give you 25 games, you best believe you're going to get all 25 of them. If it says I can give you 40, 45, you're going to get the max. Because when I was lenient, because Skip, what did everybody say? That ain't enough time. He should have got more than that. Game 8, 6 games, got a 2 more. That wasn't enough. Commissioner, look, Skip, the commissioner don't want to try. He's a face. I ain't trying. He's one of the generators. Mm-hmm. Why would I do that? Why would I suspend the guy that's making the NBA money?
I got you.
I need him out there.
Yep.
And you do this to me, Ja? I've been one of your greatest allies. I've been in your corner. And now you got me up here looking foolish. Now the owner's looking around at me like, see, now what? So now what do you want me to do?
Yeah. So I don't know exactly what the issue is. I just know the NBA said he was intoxicated, and then Josh said he had a problem, and then he issued another statement upon his return, I don't have an alcohol problem. Okay. And yet I've seen older video now surface of him on a plane. I don't know if it's a team plane or just a private, but he's not just swigging tequila,
right.
He's guzzling tequila.
Yeah.
Hey, I grew up with multiple alcoholics around me, especially my parents. I know what this is. You know what guzzling tequila? Hey, something is amiss.
Yeah. Skip, he might not have an alcohol problem, but I tell you what he does have, he has an optic problem.
Yeah.
And the optics is that guns and alcohol and jaw is not a mix.
No.
You know, you can mix tequila with some things and get a nice cocktail.
Yeah, I agree.
But jaw, guns, and alcohol doesn't mix. So you got an image problem right now that you need to address.
Right. And it wasn't just one incident. It was 5 or 6 incidents, 4 or 5 of which involved some kind of gun.
Yes.
Right?
So now that's modus operandi. It seems to be every time you're involved in a situation, a handgun gets brandished or something is waved.
Or red dots are on the foreheads of the racers, right?
John, get help that you need, bro. Whew. That's all. All I want is what's best for you, bro, because I understand you worked your entire life to get to a situation. Don't squander it. It's okay. Skip, name a professional athlete that hasn't told you that he or a parent or someone close to them sacrificed something.
Yeah.
John, that means you might have to sacrifice your homeboy in order to continue this NBA career.
Agreed.
That's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's okay. You sacrificed going out. You sacrificed a lot of the partying. When everybody else was partying, old Sharpe was in his room dreaming about being in the NFL and taking care of things.
Yep.
So I sacrificed going when my homeboys, my friends were going on vacation in the Bahamas and Cancun.
Yep.
O'Shea was training. That's a sacrifice that I made. Ja, you made sacrifice. Ain't no way in hell you get to where you got without making sacrifices. No matter what, everybody's had to make at least one sacrifice.
Yeah.
Bro, it's okay. I can still be your homeboy, but we can't hang because seemingly bad things happen. And I'm not saying it's totally your homeboy fault because you grown. You got a mind of your own. All this influence.
Yeah.
But hey, simulation bring on association. You be around enough, but get what they tell you. What your parents always tell you, Skip, be careful of the company to keep. Because guess what? If you associate soon enough, you'll start to assimilate.
Yeah.
You'll start to exhibit and do the exact same thing they do. You got to, because you're there.
It was Homeboy's IG Live that got Ja in the most recent trouble.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't his own. It was.
But Skip, his homeboy, we just had that thing on IG Live, and then Ja like, hey. Wow, he tried to highlight, damn, Ja, bro.
Oh, yep. I got you. Okay, so I want Ja to know there's a whole lot of love for him out there.
Yeah, for sure.
You have love for him.
Yes.
I know I have love for him.
Skip, I said I would take Ja over Zion. When you came out here, you said, give me Zion. I said, give me Ja.
You did. I was shocked by that.
I said, give me Ja.
Because Zion is so much bigger.
Yes.
Just simply bigger.
Yes.
More powerful.
Yes.
Now it's not just about love. It's about what they call an AA, tough love.
Yes.
And he needs some tough love.
Yes.
But to your point, in the end, there's only one human who can start the climb back here.
Right.
And it's you. You got to look in the mirror and say, I've had enough.
Right.
I do need help.
Right.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to fix me.
It's really that simple, Skip. And a lot of times, Ja and those close to Ja, when people from the community, when we said you need to be held accountable for your actions, that's not hate, that's not jealousy, that's not stepping and fetching, and that's none of that.
Yeah.
We just want to see him do well because it's not often that we get an opportunity to get in these positions. No. So I don't want to see him squander it. Yeah. That's it. I don't want anything from Ja. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, the NFL and CBS and Fox NFL, what been good, though, Shay? Check hit good. So I'm good. I don't need anything from him. I just want the best for him. Okay. That's all I want.
I'm going to leave you with one quick last thought. I had lunch last Saturday with my friend Robert Smith. You know Robert, longtime NFL player.
Yeah. Ohio State running back.
Pro Bowl running back for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Robert has been very open about his alcohol issues.
Yeah.
So he was in L.A. here to call the USFL games on Sunday on Fox.
Okay.
And he told me that on Friday night, he attended on the road here in L.A. an AA meeting. And on Saturday night, he was on his way to another AA meeting. He does not miss meetings because he says, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I love him for that. I've supported him. I've been very close with him. I'm just telling you, Robert finally said, I can't do this anymore by myself because he was about to crash and completely burn, just for the record.
It's every day, though, Skip. Every day. Think about how many package stores and how many bars and how many restaurants. He goes out and he just got to say no, no. He can't say yes once.
A fact.
Robert is my NFL on Fox partner, guys,
Good
and
point.
one of the most inspiring, amazing gentlemen I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I hope someone like him can come into Jaw's life. Excellent points all the way around. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.